Alright, I think we're going to do a normal run for today, and we'll do, I mean, honestly, I do want to actually do a Luna and Stygian run for Soul Saver, because it's actually incredibly powerful. I used it to get my spell damage unlocked, but I don't think I got time for that today, so we'll do Herzl. I don't think we've done Herzl in the normal runs here for a video, so we'll just leave the rest random. That should be good to go here. Still maintain that I think Hef is a superior champ. Fire Dominion, well, that'll change things. But Lazarus as well, nice. Steel Polyclaw start, pretty good. Pincushion not as good since it's Pyre of Dominion, but there is a Sanguine Assistant for it if we want to at least give it some stats. And if we get the right cards for Railforged, we can still make that Pincushion pop. Part of me wants to take the Railgun, but it's pretty hard for me to not take Masterwork. That card is so good. Interesting. All speculative picks here. Though, I think with the Masterwork and the fact that there's just good access to armor, Faulty Body's a pretty safe pick. Replicator Ray is also decent pick. You know, we can use it on Herzl, which is pretty good. Reanimation Lab is kind of a functionally useless room, I would say. I guess it still is alright early because you can get the 7/7 on summon, but if you're in any build that reanimates enough for this to be good, A, the health is just weird, so you're just getting attack, but B, it's like you're probably just putting unstable on that unit anyway, and it clears them with the unstable, so it's just functionally kind of a useless room, but that's okay. At least it looks cool, right? It does look probably the coolest of all the rooms when you actually play it. But much like Memento Mori, you just won't play it that much. I lean toward Faulty Body. I mean, we don't even know what path of Herzl we're going to get offered. Like, I'm trying to think. We could maybe make an argument that no matter what, you know, we get... this is funny. I actually haven't gone all three into any path. I always end up flexing him. But, yeah, I mean, if you could dupe Herzl, you can get some pretty good permanent forge going, if it's the permanent path. I guess if you get the Pyre Speak, you can get an extra Pyre Speak. This actually doesn't seem right. I mean, I've definitely gone full Pyre Speak before, at least on this profile. Huh, weird. Then Burst. That would be less good, I feel, because you're only equipping one of them, but I guess if you do it before you still get the extra strike, which is nice, I guess. The extra strike effect from this duplicated unit. I don't know, it's pretty expensive to play. I already got the Masterwork. I think we just take the Faulty Body. Ooh. Well, both of them start with armor, which is good with Faulty Body. But if I really want to build into Faulty Body, then it's Steel Steward I should take. But there's probably more general use out of the Forge Steward. Also, man, I don't know. Steel Guard is pretty nice. Right now, the Masterwork, I mean, it can work, like, I can have the Sanguine Assistant just die. I can't really ping it right now, though, so that's kind of a problem, but... Do the Steel Steward, I think. Test Subject Alpha. Good smelt target, if anything. course I don't get the perma path. I feel like I never get the perma scaling path ever. I just don't see any reason to ever take Blacksmith, if I'm being honest, unless I was legitimately the exiled Lazarus. I know it's good when it's good. Like, I've certainly had it do good, but why would I take Blacksmith when I could take Pyresmith? It's kind of like the Spine Chief problem, right? It's like, sure, Infector is good. Granted, in Monster Train 2, I still am... It's possible Infector is actually much more takeable, but in comparison to the other paths. But I don't know. I just don't see too many situations where I would want to give up a... You know, early on, it's just a one-time board clear, but even that Celebrate is okay. But that board clear is so useful. I mean, this thing, it's like you have to put in work to probably just get a board clear, and then sure, you get some extra forge out of it. But yeah, I just don't see any reason to take Blacksmith ever. Abyssal Prism definitely has some, normally some upside. Right here, it's pretty bad though. We don't probably want to do Faulty Body to our whole floor, and right now, that's what it would be. So, I guess Lost Luggage. Doesn't mean I can't use my Masterwork Forge card, which is potentially a problem, but probably not. I mean, honestly, just a Faulty Body on one of these Steel Guards should just be GG. Let's get one of them down. And then we'll get the pin cushion down. We might as well try and permascale it a little bit. I'm going to put it in mid, though. I do want to put this other Steel Steward in front of Perzel. I'd like to Celebrate if I can. Alright, let's double this one. Might as well. That way I'm killing everything. We can't forge this fight. So do we just put these behind? I think so. Probably don't need to take that Vengeful Shard. I got Pyre Speak for the boss. I guess I just don't play anything this turn. I really don't need the Steel Pulley Claw yet. You can see this deck would love to get some smelt. Alright, he's already dead, but gotta do our due diligence here. Give him the Pyre Speak. Almost certainly Weldling. I mean, forge a big one of that, have it feed the Steel Steward. Absolutely. I might take the potion kit just as an easy way to get some forge onto something. I don't even necessarily care about the ability. Also, there is Twisted Assistant. We don't have any smelt yet, so Calcified Embers are a downside, but not enough that I care. I like the flexibility that having this potion kit gives me, even though obviously Trample's pretty good. We just don't need Trample though, because we're AoEing with spikes. I didn't even check what the bosses were. It's Entropy. That's fine. It's actually really good for us. Spiked Mass. Still shouldn't be too bad. Definitely, I don't know. I mean, getting a Masterwork down in cost would help a lot. Getting a double stack or a consumer move on Faulty Body would be very powerful. If I go to the right, like, I don't even really need the Test Subject Alpha, I think. It's there, and I can use it. And if I forge it, it already has Quick and Sweep. It doesn't technically need anything more. But being able, I think we go to the magic here. If I go to the right, it's just like Titanite really is the only good thing. But even then, Steel Guard is already not needing Titanite. It would help it a lot, but right now, very unneeded. You know, we could get double stack consumer move or just cost reductions. Very good, right? Even a spell chain is acceptable. Let's do that. Right, none of the above. Named off a lot of things, buddy. You could have helped me out a little bit. Not taking them. Good units, but we don't need them. Well, I could just intrinsic... What's the Hellvent situation looking like? Empyrean Well situation. We got early Empyrean Well with the magic. We got another Empyrean Well right there. Oh my gosh, and a 3-banger. Wow. That's like a 4-leaf clover or a double rainbow. Or both. You never see that. Wow, that makes me want to just Seekstone and Emberstone the Forge, honestly. Because then I already have a guaranteed dupe target. It's like, okay, I can just get a 1-cost Masterwork. That is a great dupe target. Then I don't have to reroll either. That looks good to me. Nothing there. I guess I could do that on the other one. Not really needed. I'm already celebrating Pyre Health. I don't need that. So, do I want money coming up? We could hit Steel here. It's probably, honestly, our only chance to hit one, other than the very end. Could still hit the arms as well, just to get more forge targets. Both are acceptable. I don't think we're going to build on the pincushion at all, by the way. I think that's just something that will get removed. Okay. We already have the Weldling here, but I think we definitely want to at least play one faulty body. I want to play this as well. I mean, what's one pyre damage here if we can just do this? Might as well double that up, right? Then we'll redraw into either Weldling or Potion Kit or something. This guy will just die to his natural resolve, I think. Yeah, he'll die there. And he'll die as well at the next thing there. I can just save that for the boss. I think we can get rid of this. I'll be a little careful here, but I should be able to redraw something by the time we get to the boss. Yeah, we already got this, so we're good. I don't think I need to be any more greedy here either. Like, I can just do this. That's fine. And we can do... Might as well do that. Just got space for that other thing. We'll just save that for the boss, I guess. Won't really matter. Alright, already killing him, but of course we do that. And because this is fun to play, we'll do that. Now keep in mind, I have the option to overstack this floor if need be with the magnetic relay. There's a lot we got going on here, but we definitely need some smelt, which this is not giving us. I would easily snap pick another Weldling here if it weren't for the Calcified Ember. I will say the Calcified Ember is making me pause a little bit. We already get such a good turn with the lost luggage that I'm like, I don't necessarily want to draw 2 of them in the opener. 1 is good. I like having options. I like options of faulty body. I like options of a potion kit, steel pulley claw. I don't necessarily need to see Weldling twice. And I don't even need to necessarily see it early. Like, the other cards are just as good to see early, even though it's a resolve trigger. I could argue Hammerfall here because there is, you know, the problem of silence, and there are Flesh Weavers, for what that's worth, despite, you know, the Fleshlings. I could use it to scale in some rare cases as well. I very rarely use Hammerfall to scale, though. It's much more useful as a removal, in my opinion. I will take the Hammerfall. It's useful. We don't have any removal, and you do want some. Pseudoscience, unfortunately, has the Ember, but it might almost be worth it. I don't know. The Spikes is alright. The Reanimate is great. Their Lifesteal is probably useless since I'm fragile. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but it's also not great, especially for a Calcified Ember. But, yeah, I don't know, replayable. It really only probably wants the Reanimate, if I'm being honest, and it's not really worth it here. Do I take a Twisted Assistant, though? The problem with the Graftiness is just a little too slow for what I need. think we just skip these. It's Alive we could use for the scaling. Again, I just don't think it's that useful to us. So we really don't need any more banner units. The 2-floor setup is absolutely fine, and I got the steel pulley claw. I can just have the middle floor be a staging area for the bottom floor or the top floor. You know, I can put both of them in play. And yeah, if I go to the right, it's really just Titanite mainly at this point that's good, and some minor stats on Weldling. Railforged unit is very unlikely to be needed, though the Crucible Steward would be top tier. Then I could have some smelt, and that'd be a giant benefit. So that's pretty big upside. You know, decent. It's less than a 50-50 that I would find it, but it's, you know, maybe somewhere between 30 and 40%. Where I could go to the left and just have easier access, hopefully to, you know, as long as it's not like equalizing rings or something. Even equalizing rings would be acceptable here because we're just putting it on a lot of cases on the Steel Steward. Sure, we throw away all of that attack, but I could then replay some other equipment after that maybe and regain my attack. I don't know. I don't have any health though, so it's definitely not adding health. It's just a 0 cost equipment to get more armor, which is honestly probably still fine, but health would be nice maybe. We might leak, you never know. I don't think I would leak though. I got Pyre Speak. Rooms, I already got 2 rooms, but assembly line would be nice. Of course, that's a rare, but that's not necessarily meaning that much at Merchant Arms. You can find rares all the time. Yeah, I mean, if I go to the right, it really is just Titanite that I'm looking for, and that's not even necessarily... It would definitely be good in the Flesh Weaver. Like, maybe I need it for that. Some initial reanimate would be okay, too. I don't think I get the armor back. I think it has to say summon, from what I remember. I wish it did. That would be cool, but... Let me think. Is that true on reanimate? Let me double check. I know, because I know like hulking mass. Oh yeah, it's reanimated, right? As I thought it had just armor 40, but yeah, it's on reanimate, it gains it. So, and same with makeshift golem, it's a trigger, so it wouldn't gain the armor back. But reanimate would still probably be useful. It buys me an extra hit, and then I can reapply extra stuff. Could combo it with dualism in some weird cases. Then I mean, dualism actually is pretty good here. I am starting to lean more toward this Merchant of Steel. I mean, it's like Railforged. We still have that off floor where I could put like a Forge Steward as well. Wouldn't be the worst case. Or it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And I don't know, multi-strike and a test subject alpha would make that be something I could do as well. I think we go to the right. Very quick and Smidgestone. Again, nothing of what I listed off. Hey, we could add quick to our test subject alpha. I don't think we want quick on anything that's not already quick. Smidgestone, not really feeling it. You could put it on a steward, really not feeling it. I will do this. Do I need health here? This thing's getting forged anyway. I don't think so. It's only 20 bucks though. Of course, if I re-roll and I don't spend that 20, I could sometimes afford both upgrades, so I think I'm not going to take it. Alright, Titanite we definitely take. Do I put it on the one that has reanimate? I think so, because we're not hitting a steal until the very end, so I don't need to hold out here or anything. Might as well have a main steward that's good. And Titanite certainly helps reduce the damage, even with a steel guard. We could multi-strike here, oddly enough. I almost like that better than the test subject alpha. I mean, every backliner in the game is going to get killed by just simply one of my applications of spikes, and then with 2 applications, even the early game tanks sometimes die. And then if I can get double stack, consume remover, spell chain, then we're talking about even clearing tanks in a lot of cases. So it's like, it still sucks that they hit me, I guess, but I have Titanite, and I kind of want to just make this weldling. Yeah, I think we just build in the weldling here. The other option is I just, if I had 5 more gold, it might still just be better to do this. I may not need a second hit. It might be better just to have that attack to help with the armor. It's probably just this, as much as I want the multi-strike. Could do the burst as well. Oh, we didn't even check this. I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh, Juggernaut. We've seen Juggernaut plenty. I feel like he's almost like a Dante at this point. It's like, well, I kind of want to just play out the strategy that we have, even though obviously now at this point, you could just pivot to the Juggernaut. Granted, I could just skip here too and get that multi-strike. That's honestly enticing me. I say we do it. I'll lock this in before I get to the thing here, in case I can overstack a unit. Doesn't look like it. Rare Awoken would be heals, adaptive mutation. You could get a really bad spike card in either Cycle of Life or Spreading Spores. Certainly it's not as good as Filtering Body. I don't think Awoken is the pick. Melting Remnant could be interesting. So it's, what, Awoken, Melting, and Station. Rail Spike would be fine. Channel Song, I guess, would be fine, but probably still bad. Old Growth is probably not great here, but we may still take it because it's an equipment. Chandler would be really good, actually. Ooh, Shard Chandler. Okay, okay. Good thing I opened this up. I never really think about Shard Chandler. Adaptive Mutation, yeah, I mean, we're fragile, but yeah, I don't see any upside with that here. Wildwood Tome, probably not even good. Cycle of Life, no good. So the things that are good here, Awoken's Rail Spike and Shard Chandler, those are the 2 things that are good. And then I'd probably pick a Channel Song or an Old Growth. And I don't think anything else I would pick. So we got 2 good and 2 acceptable, but not that good. Bad, bad. Honestly, in this deck, bad. Bad. It's worse than Old Growth in most cases because it costs more. Siren Song is probably acceptable. We also have some synergy with it, so that's the first good one. I don't even have any meh ones though. Like maybe Ice Empire is almost on the meh level, but even that I don't know. Ancient Synergy, nope. Not nearly enough spells for that to make sense. Deep Offering, I don't see it being that good for us. Gifts. Gifts. We don't have any damage spells, so no. Obviously not that. Not looking good for Stygian. Siren Song will be fun, but everything else is trash. And then Melting Remnant. Spike would be bad. Sacrificial Res would be good, honestly. Because, the draft, it's whatever. It's mainly just to, like, thin the deck out. It's already a thin deck, though, but I think I would still take it. If anything, I just like this card to kill the Vengeful Shards. With this recruitment, we do have Sap, but that doesn't matter that much. But I would probably take it. It's just useless, or it's useful to have, I would suppose. Devourer of Death does go hard with Lazarus, but we don't really have a good way to stack Reanimate on it. That's mainly the deal with Devourer of Death. We would also probably want to somewhat build around it if we were going to use it, but we just don't have the support for it. Same with Intent on Death. Remnant Pack would be useful, so I got 2 that I'm saying yes on. Formless Child. Very interesting with Forge. I'm going to put that one in the meh category. Resin Blades, which is apparently still not mastered. Is it? Yeah, it seems like it's not. Wouldn't be too good here. You wouldn't want to add Burnout. And then Hallowed Halls is probably not that good. So pretty equal to Awoken, unfortunately. I don't know. Awoken seemed better. Right? So it is actually probably just Awoken. Shard Challenger is the best card of anything up here. Sorry about that. And then, yeah, best spread. Alright, we'll take the Awoken. Channel Song, I guess. Alright, let's do this. Alright, big boy. Definitely taking an Ember upgrade, by the way. Might have to be a Channel Song here, because I definitely want to play this Faulty Body. The other option, I mean, the Channel Song would be best served on the unit that I already drew, which is the Weldling. I could just put this down for 8 Forge. That does at least 44 by 2. It kills a front tank. I don't know, that doesn't seem better than the... Like, this has to get played, I think. Yeah, that's so good right there. Now I could just forge him, get 24 armor, and all of that. I mean, which cards would it be getting me? Man, Chesapeake Alpha would be pretty good here, though. It's obviously... I think we YOLO this. Alright, worst possible one. Do we care? This honestly might be my Pyrospeak turn. I'm going to save this Forge. I think we just Pyrospeak this. I speculated. It didn't work out. This is why I was like, is Channel Song even going to be good? Of course not. It fucking sucks, as always. I mean, if I can get some money for removals or hit some Vortexes... Is there Vortexes hittable? There's definitely one there. And that one's hittable. So at least get 2 of them, I think. One for sure, and then removals. So once I thin the deck out, Channel Song probably plays, but I still have the problem of like Lost Luggage. Could just draw every unit at the start, so we'll see. This guy is a tank, though, huh? Alright, I could get the Alpha in right now. I think I like this better. Do I just put this here? I think so. Keep Forge off. I gotta get some armor back in this guy. So we're going to be getting either Potion Kit or Weldling next turn unless I massively bottom deck. And even if not, this thing's dying, which should give that to my hand. I think we just go like this. Once this guy gets forged here, it's GG. Yeah, as long as he's not dying here, I think we go with the Weldling. Alright, you are in. Now we're going to be getting... You know, it's a little late, but we're still getting a good amount of stuff here. Might just do this. Like I said, I'm going to remove this. I'm not going to waste time trying to do anything there. Might as well just forge this then. Or it could probably make sense to forge here still. Yeah, let's do that. This card though, huh? Masterwork. Masterful card. You are dead. I could get rid of Test Subject Alpha. Who needs that? Who needs that lame card? Alright, 1 second, be right back. My bad. Okay. Scrap for parts is basically Channel Song, but worse. It's just worse because I have to consume a card. It's technically better because it gives me... I mean, it gives me like the same overall stats. It's just the attack is definitely more useful. But the fact that Channel Song doesn't have to, you know, sacrifice a card is a giant positive. I mean, it's already hard for Channel Song to ever find value, so... Ah, damn it, my... Okay, sorry, I'm gonna pause it. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I think the only takeable card here is Mind of Their Own. I could certainly take that. It's not necessarily always making sense, but... it could work. It's not bad. We really need to... Damn, I really was hoping for... whatchamacallit there. The... Crucible Steward. I'm pretty solid that I think Crucible... Man, every unit is good in Railforged, but I think Crucible Steward, man, that's just always something I want to see. I think the Forge Steward might outdo the Conductor Steward here. I already have Conductor Steward at home. It's called Mind of Their Own, and it'll be easier for me to play that. But this just sits there, and if anything hits it, I'll get some Forge. It'll go mid-floor, I guess, which not much will hit it, but, you know, it is what it is. Remove Consume, definitely open to that. Could also just get the other Masterwork down, but I think we're duping the current Masterwork anyway. This is a really good upgrade. Do I hold out for like maybe either a double stack holdover or spell chain? Because I could roll here, and I afford sometimes the upgrades. It's what, 85 to 110 is the range, so it's about right in the middle. Yeah, certainly an option. Blacksmith. The only I would definitely consider flexing into the permanent path, but not here. Obviously, we don't ever have an enemy coming up there anyway. Just get the full fire speak. Now we can play it a little more liberally if we need to. I don't think there's much point here in... And I guess I could do that. If I do that, I'm not re-rolling, but I think we just try the re-roll here. Look at that. We got the double stack. Now I got a choice. I'm like, I got two great Duke cards. I got that or that. I mean, we already get that right at the start, so it's almost like less needed, I feel. This thing just gives me so much damage right off the get-go. I think we just duplicate this one now. Oh, things are great. Is this clan good? Or I mean, both these. This is the top two clans in the game, aren't they? I mean, Wormkin would be the other contender. Should be able to do that. I mean, Lazarus is still king, but I think Railforged is not too close, not too far behind. I still just wanted to run it like this, I guess. We should... I need to get some money for removals, though, but the shops have been too good. Alright, obviously we do that. And then, obviously, we do this, and who cares about a little Vengeful Shard? Not me. Let's try to get our... I mean, I could actually hit the right unit here now. The worst target is Sanguine Assistant, but Welding is the one we want. But I'll settle for the Test Subject Alpha. I would play it if we get it. What do you know? Channel Song's useless as ever. Yay, you suck. Remind me to never take that card ever again. Just skip in that case. I could have just drawn something useful other than a Vengeful Shard is actually a better play there, it seems. Alright, well we can do this for now. Might as well not take that. Just go like that. Am I gonna have to Pyre Speak your ass? I better not. Alright, we got our forge, so we'll just forge this, get ourselves some armor. Alright, you're dead. I think I saved Pyre Speak for the boss. It's a 3 cooldown, so if I use it there, it wouldn't be ready in time. Drawing that out of order does kind of suck, but I think we got so many spikes, we're going to be fine here. Alright, we got that. We could probably just do this so that I get an equipment. They are dead, but in the name of domination, we'll do that. Alright, sorry about that. We are back. Alright, we got never take, sometimes take, never take. Of course, I could argue in this mode, for comfort's sake, just getting simply a few armor to your pyre and not having to worry about the Vengeful Shards can just feel good, even if it's, not functionally doing anything worthwhile. So, I don't know, we really just need something that smelts, and these are not doing that. If Quenching Oil smelted, which I feel it should given the art, then it would be very good. Like if it required smelt to play, it would actually make it better. Significantly better. But as it stands, these are skips. Could just take another vanilla faulty body. Doesn't even actually make sense, I think. Spiky skin, you'd think it would make sense, it just doesn't actually even make sense. This should just be an equipment, I think. But then it makes sense. So, nope. Could do the risky operation, I guess. I had a calcified ember, but I could use it on welding, but it's just not better than forging stuff onto it. I think it's still left. I will say having some more equipment might be nice, though. I just don't want it in the form of a grafted unit, especially one that has 11 health. It's like, I have to have the equipment, like, in potion kit form. But certainly this left side has too much value to deny here. Okay, Carriage Jack is probably not useful in this run. Hair of the Hybrid is also not that useful here. Ember Staff is takeable. And if I reroll, I can't afford anything, so that's that. Let's get rid of Pincushion. I'm iffy on the Sanguine Assistants. On the one hand, they are not good to pull with the Channel Song, but they are equipment, and I have used the equipment. We're in dire need of equipment. I don't need to play around Channel Song that much, do I? I could honestly just remove it. If I remove Channel Song, then these don't seem like that bad of includes. I could remove one Test Subject Alpha, I guess. One Steel Polyclaw. I mean, a lot of these... The Test Subject Alpha, I think, is just not needed at this point. Without any smelt, it just doesn't make much sense. Sure, it's a good Channel Song target. It's technically a good Forge target, but given that we have so many spikes, given that we have welding that wants to get played, I think that the Alpha is actually not very needed here. Since we are floating some money, I would be open to you know, putting it away as well. I'd be open to getting a second welding as well at this point, because if I'm not going to get equipment necessarily, just having another one of them is fine. Then I just masterwork and play that other one. Granted, just masterwork is also very good. For now, though, I think the welding is a better dupe. Then I can keep my channel song. Get rid of the other test subject alpha. I think I'll keep the grafted cards for now. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna like play around channel song. Let's put it that way. But I just don't need a test subject alpha. And if I can make my channel song still do better, I might as well. I think draw one does not affect lost luggage, so I am actually floating one ember now, but that's okay. Okay, we of course draw both weldlings. Wouldn't have any. I wouldn't have it any other way. Would you? So if I channel song, it's just guaranteed to hit a Sanguine Assistant. Might as well just potion kit this, huh? Make use of this forge. I could try to eventually get a reanimate. If I do this, then this does not die. Of course, I can just Pyre Speak it. Yeah, we can just Pyre Speak it. So right now, 75. I might as well Pyre Speak here, actually. Just so I can get the cooldown better. And now it actually dies. I don't know... Oh yeah, it's multi-striking. Perfect. I was going to say, I don't really know why it's dying, but I guess, yeah, it just strikes twice. This is fine. I guess we give up on the ability here, maybe. Man, it would be nice to get this guy in, but it's, you know, I already put my forge points in there. I suppose we could still just get him down. That's probably fine. Because we already got the ability coming up. Could put this in front. 20 by 2 should almost kill that. We should just... And that's dying there. Yeah, do I really need the other one? If I'm not using the other one, let's just put this in, I think. Should I redraw better? Alright, still no forge, but I might as well play this. Alright, that's fine. Without the forge, it still does pretty good work here. Got the reanimate. Might as well play it now. There's no reason not to, really. And I guess we play that, and that. I guess the hammer. We have the hammer fall for these as well. That's an option. So duping the unit still seems to work, even though we didn't forge it at all. They still came in with fine stats. Need to remember that I have Ember Staff as well. Celebrated another pyre. Okay, Hammer for just having the equipment seems better than the Calcified Ember plus Masterwork here, I would say. Disassemble, kind of just useless as always. Skip. Alright, obviously we go to the right. Double stack that, sure. Get that down in cost. Might as well do that. Sorry, I'll be right back. Alright, yeah, I think we just do this. This is basically a dupe. Makes my dupe much easier to plan around here. I don't even know that we're going to use Mind of Their Own. This is probably just going to get skipped. Or I could -2 it, then it's a little bit more usable. We basically just duped our 2 cards that we want to dupe anyway through these upgrades. But, you know, it's worth it. Do I even care here? I don't know. Gotta maybe just keep Hammerfall for now. So now I don't really know what to dupe. I feel like every card I've wanted to dupe, I have duped. Leaning toward the Masterwork, though. Maybe just do that. It definitely seems like I've wanted Forge and not had it in several instances. I think we can get rid of 1 Sanguine Assistant at this point. Still keep the other one. I think that's a good happy medium. We got another Vortex probably coming up, so... Loop. Can't really stop the loop unless I play this Hammerfell, which, I don't know, probably I do. Right, one of those is good for now. Should we see what this gets? We know what it gets. It's a Weldling. We do want that, so let's definitely play that. We'll play this at least once. Question is, do I care that much about Strix and her attack? Because I could just Forge again here, and that seems better. Yeah, let's just do that. That is a pretty good turn. Could have also, I guess, triggered the Ember Staff there, but I just don't care. I could use Fire Speak as well if I want to. But I almost just want to let this Strix not even go middle, just so I'm hitting it more often, probably. Is there any point to doing this? Saves, like... It does push some damage. Just go like this, I think. Oh, they're not equipped. Well, that was pretty cool. Yeah. I guess I Fire Speak. Can do it here. Just put more damage on the girl instead of the guy. Because we're sexist, I guess. Alright, let's do this. Probably makes more sense to put this here. Okay, we can have that die. Probably better than letting that Forge for 1. I mean, look how powerful... Oh, I can't have them dying. I was gonna say, look how powerful this... Yeah, I want you to celebrate just because I'm, you know... Let's do... That should save us, right? Yeah, if you die, that's fine. Just more here, I guess. Or I could put one of these down. Let's do that. Alright, sorry about that. We are back. So... I'm actually killing the boss here, 3 waves remaining. I obviously want to play that, and that, and that. And why not a little bit of a small extra help here? Have some of that. Who needs to set up on the bottom floor anyway? Of course we're taking that. Come on, are you silly? Are you silly? Removals and health. I really don't know. I don't actually have too many more removals I want to make, though I suppose a Sanguine Assistant probably can go. And honestly, the Pulley Claws can go as well, because, yeah, we're just going to be making a bunch of Steel Stewards, so we'll just go left. And maybe I might even have enough Ember. See, I had one left over. I could technically deploy the assembly room if I don't play the Steel Steward up top, which I think is fine. I could just play the Forge Steward in front of Herzl. That's absolutely fine. And then we can just take other equipment that's useful, like Diadem and Combustion Suit. We can just take as Forge targets. I think that's fine. And I will deploy Assembly Room. Might as well get it going immediately, right? And we will get rid of Sanguine Assistant and one of these Pulley Claws. Never ended up with a single smelt card, but that's okay. Yeah, just take full Pyresmith. What's the ability cooldown on that now? 2. We can use that pretty liberally as well. Alright, let's hit it. No sense re-rolling, no sense merging. So, I have 8 Pyre deployment. I'm down to 7 if I do this. That's still enough to do what I need to do, right? This is Silence guy. I think we're fine here. The worst comes to worst, I just won't play the assembly room, I guess. But I'm pretty sure we're allowed to here. Yeah, let's do it. We'll just go like this. Could have also put it down there, but it was pointless with the Deafening Heralds. Granted, I'll probably just Pyre Speak this. That hits either a Steel Steward or a Weldling. I think we want to play it anyway to trigger Ember Staff potentially. Alright, perfect. So we can just take a hit here. We got another Faulty Body coming up, but I may want to play that over an additional Forge here. Pyre Speak just kills this though, so I don't actually need to. Let's just Pyre Speak this. And then I can just go for maximum Forge here. I might as well wait one turn. I mean, there's no point without playing the Faulty Body to assemble yet. Plus, we don't have the armor gained. Yeah, so now that we have this, we can definitely do this. We could do this and then we do, I think, copy the effect. Of course, maybe this would be a better effect. I'm going to put the Pulley Claw down here. I have the option to like pull this down and then just start getting this to be what dupes. That actually kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? Like, at least right now, since this only has 80 spikes, I think that actually kind of makes sense here. Yeah, I think I like this. And he can get his own armor. These things will just keep getting armor. Could do this for now. I should have actually done it here. Probably still do it here. Just for a future time. I could use this ability, but if I'm not going to dupe it, I don't even want to waste the clicks. Right, no forge. Just do that. We have space for another welding here, so I could just put this here to get it out. Oh, there's our forge. Okay. Does this... I guess not. I was curious if it triggered the either forge or my ember staff, but it doesn't look like it. Well, that's fine. Just do that. I don't think it mattered there because we on resolve anyway, but sure, just kill it because we don't like that unit. Oh, you're the only equipped unit. Oh, well, whatever. We're gonna get a big forge coming up. Look at that. Yep, this clean's good. Just a wee bit good. I didn't even use my power speak. It's like there's so many things. I am so overpowered right now. Like, I could beat that fight 5 times over, probably 20 times over, you know? I don't know. That's one thing I like. You know, the Soul Savior mode, I do like it overall. It's not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's perfect, but I do like it. I don't really feel the need to like complain about it much, right? I think people are overly complaining about it, but you know, it has its things that it could be improved upon, and I think they will improve some things, but on runs like this, it is nice to have a mode. I mean, I guess endless mode kind of accomplishes it as well, but like, it's like you're so far ahead of the power curve that it'd be nice to still have a way to challenge yourself against like some really insane stuff, and I feel like Life Mother properly does that, but at the same time, Soul Savior allows you to get so busted through souls that, you know, it'd be nice if there was maybe some other happy medium where it's like, I still kind of wish there was some additional Covenant levels, I suppose, that do not increase the difficulty in the early game. That's the big thing I want to hammer, is like the only lame thing I feel in either mode is when you lose in Ring 1 or even 2. To me, that's just like, I just don't, I'd rather those be a cakewalk, lean toward being a cakewalk, if anything. Like, you can't get perfect balance, you're going to be skewed one or the other maybe, but I'd definitely rather it be a cakewalk, because it's just really lame to have not really any opportunity to make many decisions and then just lose because your starting deck was bad, right? However, I definitely think the end game could be harder, and I think that's what I would focus on, like the Covenant levels, the mid to the end game, particularly the Titan fight. I think the Titan fight should be harder, like more closer to the heart. At points it has been. If we could return to that, I think that would be good, but yeah, anyway, what do we got here? We got, you know, we got 2 cards that I technically haven't mastered. I could just take them to have them in the deck. Get a railgun just to have it. Maybe I'll take the Pyre Plating, though, because I keep getting hit by Vengeful Shard, and it's annoying. I know it's a calcified ember, but whatever. We really don't need a Replicator Ray. We got a Replicator Ray at home, and its name is Assembly Room. So we will skip these. And our final Hellvent. Steel Stockpile could be okay for one battle, I guess. Purified Soul Shard, does that even hit anything? It technically does actually hit the Steel Steward, which would make us inclined not to upgrade it, because then I can actually just get it out for free. I think I like it. Oh, it's only -1. That still works, though, because we're floating the 1 Ember, and then both those other units go down to -1. Does make this Merchant of Steel pretty useless, but that's okay. We don't actually care about the other units. The Pyre gains Burst 4. Footstool we could also take, as long as I'm not drawing over, which I'm not. We can just use that to put this Pulley Claw at the bottom. I think that's fine. Helps our initial draw. Broken Rail. The health is not really useful, honestly, but we don't have a whole lot else here. I'd probably take the burst one just to take it. Yeah, there's no point upgrading them now that they cost less. I think we definitely take that. And then I guess we could just make another removal. I could just remove the Calcified Ember, I suppose. That way I don't have to play it. That's the only thing that makes sense at this point. But I'll take Rail. You never know. You never know. I can just play the Ember. I could take another Assembly Rune. That doesn't seem too good in this deck, though. Maybe another Faulty Body could be good here. Intrinsic does have downside when I have lost luggage, I would say. I guess I could have also zero-costed the Assembly Room, because they did change the way that Dante Footstool works, so that if it's the only deployable card, it will actually zero-cost it. But we still already are just affording it, so it's fine. I don't really know what to Hellvent here. I think it is the Spikes card. I don't know. It's maybe the entrance. I don't know. Yeah, let's do the Spikes card. Alright, we'll go mid here. Top here. I guess we do this. This guy can. I mean, he'll die quick, so we can do this. Wow, we somehow did not draw either of the Weldlings or Channel Song. It's pretty unlikely to have those in the bottom 10, but I suppose it is what it is. Man, I don't even get the Pyre card, so. Well, that's okay. I can still. We can proc the thing here, so let's go. Spell. Do I want the Combustion Suit or the Herzl Hammer? Combustion Suit gives me more stats, but this. That one costs more. Yeah, let's do. Do I want more spikes or more stats? Right now the spikes are not necessarily useful to me as the stats. This thing's not dying. What the hell? I might want to do this just so it dies. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. That, and I will just do that now. That's fine. Could have used my Pyre Speak as well. I'll save it for maybe this turn. Yeah, can be okay to like trigger the Ember Staff with it as well. We might as well put one of these down. I think for this fight we're just gonna dupe the Shield Steward. Seems fine. I can put one of these down. Channel Song. Might as well keep the other one for Channel Song. If I play this equipment, I can get the Ember Staff, but there's not much benefit in that. I think I should just do this. is some armor going there. Alright, we got this. Bastards. Well, I guess we just get this in. Do I play this or wait for a forge? I feel like I should wait for a forge because I don't have much else to forge with. I can just put this full thing in. Should have waited on the Pyrespeak. I would have got more value out of that. Alright, we'll Pyrespeak here. See? It's just so nice to have Pyrespeak. I mean, what a good path. People talk shit about this path, too. I'm just like... This is like the low roll of it, too. It's like, I could have got a Magnetic Relay and played it every turn, but... just playing it even for that is pretty good. This guy might die, so I'm like, do I put the spikes on the one that's going to get copied? I think we put on the one that's getting copied, right? And he can clean up anything else. Might as well put this on the backliner, I suppose. Just so I get more stats to this floor. Kind of want to play this to proc this, though. If I do it here, it's not that useful. Do it here, I guess. I don't have any equipment here. Just play it to proc it. Might get rage. Doesn't look like it. Well, if I ever need this, it's here. For like a melee weakness or a root or something. Like I get these masterworks pretty out of order here. Speak. Might as well just hit it here, actually. So much power. Get rid of this. Put that into play. Do this for the incant, sure. And the enemy should get some incants too, right? Oh, we're not gonna let this guy live down here, come on. That's obviously not happening. Alright, we'll take all of these forge points, maybe some rage too. Oops, I forgot to, well. Here, how about this? We'll be fair to the enemy and we'll sap ourselves a little bit more, just because we weren't sapped quite enough. There we go, perfect. I like the art on this card. I mean, it is a real badass mech. Alright, same formation here. We forgot to name our formation. I'll try to... we're at the end of the run here, but what is this formation? we'll call it the hulking doom formation. I don't know. I can't come up with anything good. Wow. What are the chances that 2 fights in a row, when I most wanted them, I bottom deck. I guess we got the channel song here, so we're good. Okay, never mind. For some reason I thought the channel song was bottom decked again, but we're good. We're good. I don't even need to necessarily play this Vengeful Shard. Obviously we play that. We just go for the maximum masterwork here. And then more of these. I believe I want to... for this fight, dupe. I mean, if I have the Weldling here, I feel like that is the better dupe, right? Even though visually the Steel Steward is a cooler dupe. You know, it makes more sense to dupe this. So let's do that. Of course, this thing living is a problem. That I did not factor in. He should die next turn. Then we'll be good. I got a Pyre Speak if I need it. I can use a Pyre Speak the turn after. Fuck, he's living. Not anymore. Good. How did I get... Oh yeah, I got the 3 Forge from this guy. So let's put the Forge here. Could save this guy to put him up top. I don't actually... Yeah. I kind of want to do that because I feel like Herzl deserves to celebrate one last time. We have a ton of higher attack, by the way, for Dominion. Could also just put this fully in here, which I kind of like. Kind of want to burn this as well, though. I don't have any equipment equipped, but I just don't necessarily want this thing here. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, we want that guy to die, so let's let him die. Could forge the guy up top, too. And there's no harm in that. That's another thing I could do. Got 10 forge. Yeah, why don't we do that? When he lives. Let's do this. It's looking pretty good. Could also Pyre Speak here. I should save the Pyre Speak though. I don't know. I don't really want to get damaged from the back here. I think this is actually a fine Pyre Speak turn. Is it more useful to do this here or down here? I think we want to dupe the... I mean, I get the effect either way, right? Doesn't it dupe the... Yeah, I probably want to do this then. So let's do this. Dude, I can't proc this turn. I mean, it's awkward with the hammer fall. Yeah, this is fine. I should still proc it, though. Oh, I didn't proc it. Alright, well, I don't know what's going on. Okay, you're dying. That's fine. We should hopefully be able to get the Weldling up there. Hopefully in time to save our champion, who clearly carried this run. Right, no biggie. I think we can proc. We cannot proc Ember Staff this turn, huh? Can I proc it with Pyre Speak? Doesn't look like it. We're going to keep you alive, man. I don't know how yet, but we're going to do it. I think I can do it with a combo of the Welding and the Diadem next turn. Do I need a front line? I don't know. I probably have to front line the dude, which would be bad. Tell you what, we go here with the first. Let me do that. I was hoping to draw another Forge, but that's okay. We do want to get this guy in. Dominion's already dead, so we don't need the other thing. So with that, he'll get at least some good amount of armor back, and he should be able to live then. Let's go ahead and just do this to do it. We also have the option to play that up top. I mean, there's just so many ways this clan is awesome. So many good ways. I also have the option to just bring Herzl down. I mean, it's like there's so many things I can do. It's like everybody's dying here. Masterwork for the win. You know what, Herzl? You should have a front row seat. Let's do it. Boom. Certainly not a tough run. I mean, to be fair, it was Pyre Dominion, but to be fair, these clans with their starter cards is fine too. But yes, obviously Pyre Dominion is busted in and of itself. I mean, if Pyre playing is going to earn its mastery, that's probably the only situation it does where, I mean, even, I don't know, it just is not needed. But you know what? We got it. Well, hell yeah, that was a fun run. Spike supplied record. I'm pretty sure I've done more than that. I just don't think they tracked it before. Fragile applied, same there. 120 though, not bad. Apparently I've only won with Railforged twice on this profile. Well, we got a ways to go, I guess. That was definitely a fun one. Do a quick review of the cards again. I think this is useful to do at the moment. I'll review the artifacts too. So Herzl, I mean, still was useful. It really wasn't needed, of course, but if the run wasn't so high rolly, I think that's really what you get out of Pyre Speak. It's like, it just kind of covers a low roll type run because, you know, full Pyre Speak, it makes your Pyre get more leeway. It gives you a full board clear, and the more points you have in it, the more often you can play it. There is upside with Magnetic Relay or similar to be able to play your ability every turn, which is insanely powerful. So I don't know. I mean, I like Heft more, but Herzl might be pretty close in power level overall. It's just like Pyre Speak doesn't stand out to you as being powerful, but it really is pretty powerful. And we're just adding equipment here. Nothing much to talk about there. It could be any potato. It's there for the forge points. Polyclaw was really not used this run to any great degree, but it's still a really good card, which just goes to show how good Assembly Room is. I mean, what a busted card. I don't even know how you can realistically nerf this. I guess you can make it a 5 cost. I'd probably still play it at 5. I certainly would have had the same run more or less with 5. I just wouldn't be able to use it as early, but once I get that second Umber upgrade, we're good to go. Forge Steward is fine. It actually got the most value in the last fight. We could build around it, and honestly, it might have even been better than the Steel Steward on this run overall, had I put these upgrades into the Forge Steward instead. I can certainly see an argument that would have been better here, but it was just very easy to use a Steel Steward. which is again a top tier unit. I mean, they're both very good units, I think. I think Steel Steward is probably the best pure tank in the game. Potentially. It is just a pure tank, though, for sure. Welding, always useful, so good. Hammerfall's fine. Power plating sucks, but, you know, whatever. Channel Song is probably the best Channel Song run I've ever had, which is not saying much for Channel Song, but technically speaking, it overall was pretty good here. Faulty Body, definitely top tier, especially in this combo, with all the access to armor. Masterwork, yeah, very, very good card. It was a little awkward here since they were all intrinsic. It would have been nice to have them be a one cost with not being intrinsic, or maybe one of them intrinsic and the other one's less, or the other one's not intrinsic. Then I could spread out the Forge a little bit. It is a little bit awkward to have to redraw the whole deck since we didn't have any other real good thing of Forge. That would be another argument to use Forge Steward, by the way. Mind of Their Own, there was a fail here, but that's okay. Yeah, and that's the deck, and then the equipment, like, or all this stuff, it's like, I didn't really need most of this. The Lost Luggage was actually our best artifact, I would say, but everything was just kind of good, right? Like, Pressurized Boiler, I don't think it's that good, but it's still useful, technically. It's like, it really makes, at the very least, you can get the first Pyrospeak to be really good. And I guess your first leak into a boss might be somewhat protected, so it's not useless. I just don't think it's a top tier artifact or anything. And then Broken Rail, again, I'm like, I guess if you for some reason needed health, I think this is only really super good, I think, if your Forge is kind of middling. Because usually if you have a good amount of Forge, you got enough armor anyway, but I suppose if you're just doing a very small amount of Forge, the health could be good. But yeah, that is the run. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.